What's up, guys, and welcome back once again to Back to the Future, a Telltale Games. And if you guys remember last time, we left off at the crazy lady's house, the one that was literally yelling through a megaphone out her window at the hooligans. So let's get back into this, shall we? And again, guys, just so you know, I'm speaking in this tone of voice because it's a lot better on my mic. I am in a new room. I just moved. Now I do have a couple curtains up and the green screen, which kind of helped dampen a little bit of sound, but if I were to talk in my full normal voice, I get so much echo feedback. So I'm kind of just playing around with my volume of my voice. So don't go out there thinking, oh my gosh, Dark J's changing. He's not legit anymore. He's just a fake. He's a phony. This is like my legit voice. It's just quieter, guys. And the reason for that, again, is because of mic audio feedback quality, and there's a couple of issues in a new area, and I've got to figure out how to improve those acoustics. So bear with me. And actually, if you guys like me speaking in this volume better than my normal, let me know that too. Because anything that I can do to improve the quality of my videos for you guys, I will do. So let's get on into this. Let's click continue. Continue. Or should I click? Well, we'll just click continue. It should start off. Oh, look, we're inside the car now. It should start off where we left off anyway, I think. Wednesday, May 14th, 1986. Yes, okay, it did. It left off right where we were. Okay, so I feel like I should talk to
Miss Strickland?
Edna.
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes.
She's in that calm voice. She's just flipping out, and then she just turns around in this calm voice. Yes? How you doing? Like, what is wrong with this lady? Okay, so I got the option, when did you lose your shoes? What's with all these newspapers? And nice binoculars. Well, I'm gonna go with the binoculars because I want to know a little bit more as to why she's spying.
I set my sights on lower things. Is that?
He was thinking.
Lieutenant! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
What? She's like legit crazy. Okay, so let's ask about the newspapers. The shoes kind of like the main thing.
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
All right. 1871. Okay. When did you lose your shoe?
When you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Hi, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But...
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
A speakeasy? In Hill Valley?
The speakeasy burned down.
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
In other words, she used to get down. She used to party down. That's what I gathered from that. Okay, so an illegal speakeasy, cool? Or could these newspapers help me? Let's just comment on the speakeasy for now. We'll keep the conversation
That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
Okay. Let's let's ask a little bit more because the option changed for the speakeasy.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and
My Aunt Fanny.
slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
Okay, so now we have the location of where the shoe was taken. So now we'll go and ask about the
I guess
newspapers.
somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
That's no help, lady. Okay, alright, so let's go
Don't let me
look
keep you from your business.
in the rest of the room now.
You
Wow.
there!
Yes,
Don't
just
even
go back to yelling.
think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
What? It's just a Kleenex, lady. Like, are you serious? Like, what? What is wrong with you, Candy?
Candy looks older than I am.
Oh, you know what? Like Grandma used to have the hard rock candy out, or like the old the chewy fruit-looking candies and stuff, and it'd just be old, and you'd be like, I don't even know if I want to try that or not, but you know, nobody ever wanted to admit it, but it actually tastes pretty freaking good. Grandma actually knew what she was talking about. Radiator.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
Okay, so I just turned the radiator down. Is that what's making the noise, or is it actually legitimately the kettle? Okay, wait. Oh, I get it. Okay, I think that's supposed to give me some leeway to be able to check the newspapers.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
What? Okay. Anything here?
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Okay, so my guess is I'm supposed to check something out, but I'm supposed to get her out of the room to do it? Let's look at the pictures.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Oh, that's funny. That is hilarious. Okay, so what do I need to do now? I mean, I already checked the newspapers. Cat bowl? The cat bowl?
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
She's freaking out. Like, she's like, don't touch my food. Back up off my food, lady. Oh, the kitchen door? Let's check the kitchen out.
Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
You! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate
She's seen
vandal!
that.
That tea's never gonna boil.
Okay, so I've got to... Oh, I've got to get her to... Hold on, let's try... Let's try the radiator again. It's gonna make a noise.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Okay. Anything. I need to check
Brown
something
Mansion
different.
destroyed. 1962.
Okay,
No,
it's a
no,
different
that's not where
article.
Doc's stranded. Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
Okay, so look again. Keep looking. Find it.
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch
it's
to
the
be
third one.
rezoned for commercial development.
So I can keep checking the
I don't
newspapers.
even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly how to narrow it down to a year.
Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks.
Okay.
Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Okay, so something else. There's something else that we're missing here.
That's what you get with these cheap, foreign-made kettles. But trying to find an American one nowadays.
Lady, you didn't freaking turn it on.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland?
Okay, so I don't even have the option
Don't
to
let me
tell
keep
her
you from your
that.
business.
Okay, so there's gotta be something. It's something with the kettle. You know, we didn't look at the
Strickland
shoes.
lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that?
Okay, so that's just the same. More of the same. Okay. Come on, really? There we go. Alright.
That tea's never gonna boil.
Okay, so maybe we'll have to use a hint? Oh wait, there's something from the inventory. Alright, we're gonna use a hint. Edna lost her shoe during the age of Prohibition when an illegal drinking establishment burned down. What went up in its place? Okay, so we figured that out. We did figure that one out. It was a movie store. You're looking for a date. You'll find it on a building. Okay. So I wonder if going outside is actually... Wait, what? Oh. I don't want...
Would you mind if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get so few visitors these days.
But
And I'd hate to have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were
She's
to
like-
me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
She's like freaking like forcing me to stay in here. What is wrong with this lady?
mind if I take a look?
Binoculars.
Go ahead,
Okay, let's see.
dear.
Oh, there we go. Now we can look out the window. Okay, video. 1932. Alright.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the
Yep,
fire
so
must have
that's-
happened
that's the
before
year.
then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Wow, so she thought I was hitting on her, huh? What the heck? Okay, so let's set this off again.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
So to make her go in there, and then while she's in there, I'll look at the newspapers. Okay.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain.
Yes, we
Legal
found
procedure
it.
gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley Police Station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan?
Carl Sagan.
Doc!
Oh!
Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
That's Doc. Ah!
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what
She's
you've
gonna
done?
freak out.
No! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Well, at least I didn't have to
Police! I'm
beg her to
being
leave
attacked by
without her.
hooligans!
I'm being attacked by hooligans, guys. Hooligans. Hooligans! That is something that's happening. Alright. Oh yeah. Add that
Marty!
fuel.
Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Okay, so I could say I'm dressed for Halloween party. It's a work uniform. It's a costume for a school play. I dressed for a Halloween
costume. Tonight's the big Halloween party.
Halloween party? In May? Never mind, you
No,
don't have to
Kurt.
explain. I'm sure
It's
whatever it
in
is
May.
you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
Dad's cool.
I hope
Dad's
so.
always cool.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my
That's
dad
right.
had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone.
Like 2 seconds. I mean, it would be like years for me. But like 2
Ready to
seconds.
go,
I'm
Einstein?
back. Oh man. Okay. All right. All right.
I've got to turn on the time circuits first. I've got to
Time
turn on the
circuit.
time circuits first.
That's a time circuit keyboard.
Time circuits.
Oh, the switch.
Flux capacitor. Fluxy.
Fluxy. It's Fluxy. We're ready to go.
Okay.
All right.
If Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what
Yes,
you're doing,
do that.
Doc.
Do that thing. Burn out smoke. We're gonna do this. We're gonna hit 88 miles per hour in our DeLorean. 21 gigawatts of power of raw flux capaciting power. Oh, here's the music. Please don't copyright me for this music. YouTube, I love you. Please don't. Don't wreck me, because this music's awesome. Yes! That's cool. I always like that. What is going on? Dude, these people are gonna be like, what is that car? That car is so crazy looking. Because I'm like from the future. Look at them. They're probably freaking out. He's like, what the heck is that? That cop's like, what? So the cop starts shooting? Are you crapping me? Because you don't know what that is, you're gonna shoot at it? Them old cars could not go nearly as fast as the DeLorean could. And the DeLorean's like solid steel, so bullets? Unless you shot a tire out. So he hides it behind a sign, like that's not ever gonna be seen. I'm gonna come back and my DeLorean's gonna be stolen. It's gonna be freaking stolen. Guys, watch. It's just gonna is gonna get stolen. I mean, 5-finger discounted. It's gonna be up on blocks. The rims are gonna be missing. I mean, they're gonna jack the hubcaps. I mean,
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
we're gonna find Doc. Find Doc. Oh man, look at their outfits. Everybody's just all old timey. Everything looks all new and proper. Whoa. Yeah, Marty, don't get ran over. Well, that place got closed down. It's
Young man,
condemned.
excuse me, young man.
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
Oh,
I read about it, yeah.
There it
What's
is.
your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who
That's the old
single-handedly did what
lady.
the law has been unable
That's
to
the
do for
old
10 long
lady.
years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
Okay, so I can say I know Doc. There's been some sort of mistake, or I must support.
There's gotta be some
There's
sort of
been some sort of
mistake here.
mistake.
Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
That lady.
How'd Doc get
She's probably gonna
himself
start
into...
calling them
Doc?
hooligans.
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
Pretend. Oh, I need an unbiased, reaction. Just pretend like you don't know him, and then you won't be biased anymore. And then, that's how it works. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm not part of this, even though I had my hand in the cookie jar the whole time, and that makes me unbiased. I mean, when you ask me whether or not the chocolate chip cookies were good.
Well, I'm not so big on bomb blasts.
Yes, but this bomb blasted a speakeasy, the very symbol of lawlessness and corruption. You're all for cleaning up the town, aren't you? Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Booze, sin, and debauchery. That's what she said. I'm waiting for her to say hooligans once again here. Where can I find him? I'm coming after him. No.
Ask him where I can get
find
the
him?
address.
Ah, I see! Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless
like,
element will
"What,
be on the run
lady?
in no
What?"
time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Oh, crud. Okay, so I could say Sonny Crockett, Harry Callahan, or Michael Corleone.
Harry
Let's go with
Callahan.
Harry.
Thank you for
Callahan.
sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Callahan. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
That is Edna. Now he's like
I know.
having a...
I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
It's the
Doc,
law.
I
Look
gotta
at her.
find
So
Doc.
she had that kind of like a smirky attitude still. So she wasn't completely senile back then, but she did have the smirky, the little quirks to her. So okay, while walking, hold down your right mouse button to make him run. Okay, I'm doing that. I don't. Yeah, he's not running. He's not running. I'm running. Okay, so let's see what's in the barber shop. Okay.
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
They don't even know what moose is back then. Yes, that's funny.
I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
I don't even know what he meant by that.
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
You will never bathe in the ocean again, shark. And oh, because like back then Jaws came out, and I get the reference. The references are amazing. Okay, all right. So let's go back this way once again, and let's try the not hiring. I've never seen one of those on a shop before. Not hiring. You're not welcome.
You gonna
Go
buy
away.
anything?
No.
Then get out, bum.
He's like, then get out, bum. What?
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Alright, so...
Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Attorneys at law. No solicitors.
Man, they don't like people very much here.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
So I just walk right back out. You know, all these people are probably gonna think I'm a
Hello?
little weird
No
just
solicitors!
walking out. They thought I was a solicitor. They're like, he doesn't have enough money to hire us. Okay, so I guess this is to go this way. Well, this is cool. I can see like the whole town. Ooh, what's this? Soup kitchen. At least I can go get some food. Right? Reserved for charity.
McFly!
Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well,
Oh, man.
I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Also, his grandpa's
Would
getting
you?
punked.
No,
By Biff's
of course
grandpa.
not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still
Like,
doing here?
You're gonna
Sorry,
get
kid.
whacked
I'll
if
just
you
run
look
back
at
to
him.
the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it.
Aw,
Now scram!
you got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks
So
could add 2
Biff's
plus 2 without your
grandfather-
fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible.
Was more dominant.
Don't let anyone burn
in-
down the shop while I'm gone.
in the history, because in his timeline, in his timeline, Biff is more submissive to his father. Like his father, like, can tell Biff to do anything, and Biff will be like, "Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir, Mr. McFly." So that's interesting to see the roles kind of flipped with the two families. Wow. So let's see, this guy's name is Cubo?
Okay. Hey,
Dude, I just want some soup.
Never mind. I better not
Who's
talk
this
to
guy?
him. I don't want to mess up his timeline. Maybe I
Telephone?
should go to the jail and talk to Doc before I start dialing random people in 1931.
To the jail? Okay, well I can't get back there.
There's no way I'm gonna keep
You
that
would
door
think
open
that
without
other
some
guy
help.
that's in the kitchen would be like, what are you doing? Okay, alright. Oh, he said there's no way I'd do it without some help. So I wonder if I need to get some help. Wait, there's...
The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Whoa!
That guy whipped out a gun. So, that happened. Okay. So guys, with that, and some craziness going on here, and me going back into the past and seeing Biff in the opposite role of the McFlys, and seeing some guy whip a gun out on me, and seeing the old crazy lady as a young lady, that concludes episode 1, part 2 of Back to the Future. This is season 1. And guys, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, or if you're just plain new to this channel. And as always, guys, stay awesome. I'm Dark J, and I'm freaking out. Rage! Rage! But did it? You freaking rage!
That's it. Hooligans! Get on that!
What?